This is a stateroom tour of interior cabin 10064 on board MSC Meraviglia. Let's take a look. Come on in to our home for the next 12 days. It is an interior cabin, as I mentioned. Now, here's something, Rocky, that is important to make note of. We will need to put the card into the light switch, otherwise these lights will go out on us. So Rocky's going to go ahead and put that in. On MSC, it does matter which way you put that card in, so just keep that in mind. You've got the main room light switches right here. Nice and convenient for both the bathroom as well as the main room. What's cool about this is, Rocky, show them the main room lights. There are multiple configurations of the lights that you can have in this room, all from one switch, which we love. Also over here by the light switch, you've got the do not disturb or make up room signs. Those light up lights outside the room. And you've got your thermostat, which we have cranked all the way down to the bottom. Now, I will say one thing that we have seen in the 24 hours that we've been in this room, there is just this one closet. You know, I talk about my storage options in rooms. That's it. There are no drawers. There are no side cabinets. It is just this singular closet, which Rocky's going to open up and showcase all of our belongings. Now, again, keep in mind, there are the two drawers inside, two little drawers inside the closet. Keep in mind, this is a 12-day voyage, so we do have a lot of options for clothing, but that's it. There is the room safe. It is a small room safe as well.
Yes.
We do have a mini fridge. However, the mini fridge is a mini bar, so it comes pre-stocked with all sorts of stuff. We are not going to touch any of those things because they are not included in the beverage package. Next to the mini bar, you've got a little bench, a garbage can that's split into three categories. We're not sure what. They're not labeled.
They are not labeled at all.
They're not labeled, so we're not quite sure what the different cabinets are, or categories are, but there you go. We've got our bath towels, two MSC beach towels, thank you. Yep. Two MSC beach towels right there. And then that bench, as well as little table, if you want to use it as such. Hey, YouTube. We've got, let's talk about the raised shelf over here for the ice bucket. A couple of glasses. Clearly, you can support more glasses there. You've got the counter with two plugs. So we do recommend bringing your outlet splitter on board MSC cruises because there are two plugs and then one USB cabinet, or one USB plug right here, along with a light switch for the bureau light, which is currently on and above the mirror.
Now, you hear us talk in a lot of our videos about our hooks, the magnetic hooks. You'll see that they are in full force here on MSC. We are hanging up many of our different items over here next to the mirror. We've got some items over next to the bed, as well as when we walk in, we cup our hats on there. We put our lanyards on there when we're not in use. So we definitely use those hooks in great effect here on MSC.
But not only do we use our hooks, we take full advantage of the hooks over here by the door for all of our coats, our vests, our jackets. All of those are in effect. And as Rocky mentioned, yes, we do love our metal hooks. And guess what? We could have actually had a second set on this sailing because look at how much wall space there is still open for magnetic hooks. Of course, you've got the bed. It has been made up this morning. I love the little runner and the little decorative pillows. They'll turn that down for us this evening. We were surprised last night to come in. The bed was remade up after a little nap, and all of the bedding was turned down for us.
Over here on the sides of the bed, you'll see that there is an ambient light for the room as well as a reading light. The ambient light has just an on and off, nothing too crazy going on there. And then your reading light is beautiful. It can be adjusted specifically to one side of the bed, or it can just cast some regular light onto the room. I also noticed last night that this put out just a little bit of ambient light for the room as well. Not enough to keep your eyes open, but I did notice that there was a little glow coming from here, which I thought was kind of nice because there's not much room between the bed and the wall, so you don't want to get up and stub your face up against the wall.
And yes, our ducks are ready to be put out and hidden amongst the crews. One new addition to our packing list is this portable fan, which I absolutely love. It's magnetic. We put it above the bed. so that you can keep cool all night long.
And the beautiful thing is, yeah, it's magnetic, so it stays wherever you want it to go. If one of you is more prone to being warm over the night, you can turn it, you can change the power of it. It's great.
Multiple settings. It's magnetic, and it's got a battery base, so you can, as Rocky mentioned, put it anywhere. We love that portable fan. Check out the link in the description, of course, if you're interested. Both sides of the bed have these side tables with cabinets. We did have to clean those. They were both very dirty, stained with the previous cruisers' glass marks and soda marks.
And one more thing that I'll mention about these side tables above them is a master switch for the room. So you have it on both sides of the bed, so you can turn it on or off. As you'll notice, it does not control the ambient lights or the light over the bureau for getting ready.
And of course, you've got your TV, and we loved this feature in the Yacht Club, a little cabinet to hold all of your belongings, the remote, the daily programs. We saw this same feature on Royal Caribbean. Just love it. It's just a nice way to keep all of your papers out of the way.
Heading in towards the direction of the front door, we actually find the bathroom, which is actually a pretty decent size for an interior cabin. We love the fact that there is a glass shower door as opposed to a curtain.
Pretty decent. I would say this thing is massive for an interior cabin. We both can be in this bathroom at the same time. There is plenty of storage right here above the sink. There's also storage below the sink. And then there is a cabinet under the sink that has additional shelves where I've already stacked a bunch of stuff. Both Rocky and I can be in this bathroom at the same time. Now, there is only one sink basin, so that doesn't really make sense for us to both be in here, but there's plenty of room to navigate and move around. And then this glass shower is huge compared to even the Excel class on Carnival. Huge. I think this bathroom is great for an interior.
Agreed.
Anything else that we missed? I think that's everything.
I think the only other thing is the location of this cabin. We are on deck 10. We have an interior hallway, so you don't actually use one of the main hallways to get in here. So that means it's a very quiet space. You don't have people walking past your room. Especially here, we're down at the end of the hall on an interior, so the only thing that's adjacent to our room is crew areas. We did hear a little bit of noise this morning in that area as they were preparing to bring out the carts to do the cleaning of the rooms. So that was a little noisy, but we'll see how it is for the remainder of the cruise. And if there's a schedule of when they come out, we'll make sure we're awake by that point.
Awesome. And that is Stateroom
100064
on board MSC Meraviglia. I'm not quite sure where 11 days went on our MSC Meraviglia sailing, but we are on the final sea day and wanted to tell you a little bit about this room experience.
Absolutely. 10064 has been a wonderful interior cabin.
Yeah.
We love our inside cabins. They are fantastic. They are dark. They're mostly quiet.
So this room has not been our favorite. We wouldn't book it again. What we discovered on day 2, talking to our room steward, is the linen storage for the floor is to the forward of this room.
That's correct.
So we took a chance. We took a gamble. We knew what we were getting into when we booked next to gray space on board the deck plan. We always advise being cautious.
Yes.
Well, we discovered day 2 that it is next to the linen storage cabinets.
Right. So every morning, like clockwork, right around 7:30, they start to prepare for their day. And by that, we hear them slamming doors, rolling carts. The carts bump into the walls, especially if it's a rough day at sea.
Take a look at this cart. This didn't just happen because it was standing there in the hallway. The carts regularly slam into the wall next to the bed. In fact, it kind of shakes the entire wall.
It does, it's true.
And it was more along 7 o'clock on port days and 9 o'clock on sea days is really when it... Now you might say 9 o'clock, that's plenty late. when you're out at the Horizon Bar until 3 in the morning, you kind of want to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Not saying that we were,
Right.
but for those that might consider this room, if you are if you're a night owl,
Yes,
this might not be the room for you. Now,
that's correct.
if 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, you don't have any issues with that, the rest of the time,
Yeah,
this room has been...
it has been very quiet. Now, the other thing, and again, this might be part of just why we wake up so late in the day, or, you know, we sleep in.
Yeah.
Our neighbors, unfortunately, were not the most considerate as well. You know, we always mention on our channel to close your doors softly. And usually balcony doors are where you really have the issue, but our cabin neighbors, they just let the door slam behind them whenever they would enter or exit the room. Fortunately, throughout the week, it did get a little bit better. They've improved on their methods of closing the doors, but it is, you know, your mileage may vary. It's not something you can really control.
I think, unfortunately, what happens is the banging and slamming wake the first probably 2 or 3 rooms up, and then they take their time getting ready in the morning. So we just fall back to sleep after all of the banging, and then they're going in and out of their stateroom to breakfast. And so it's a combination of things that make this room not ideal for us this week. Would I book this interior hallway again? Absolutely.
Yes.
I wouldn't book 10064 or the next room. I might the 3rd or 4th room down. The 4th room for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. The service has been great.
Yes.
Our stateroom has been serviced several times a day.
Yes.
Comes in and cleans up and folds down the bedding at night.
Yep.
I've loved this room.
Yeah.
Minus
the noise.
The noise. And, I should mention one last thing.
Yeah.
It's not just the noise of our floor, but it's the noise of the carts on the floor above us and the floor below us that we hear as well, because they're all getting ready in the morning.
Right.
And so while it's less pronounced, it's not nearly as loud as our right next door to us.
Yeah.
It's still a loud room.
Right. Now, as far as location is concerned, this room has been a fantastic location. We are in the forward of the ship, and it's just a few short flights up to the main buffet area and the pool deck. Yep.
He says short. I'm winded by the time I get up there.
Oh, no.
Super quick to get down to the theater on 7.
Absolutely. 6.
On 6.
Yeah. So he's still learning.
It's been 21 days on this ship, y'all, and I'm still learning where stuff is.
Yep. But overall, this has been a really fun cruise. We've had a great time. The itinerary has been great, and this room has done well for us. Yeah. The size of the room, as you saw in our room tour, has been fantastic. Large open space in the middle of the cabin for you to be able to get ready in the morning, or if you're getting changed for your evening attire. Makes it really convenient. There's enough room for both of us to easily navigate our way around the room.
My only complaint, and thank goodness for hooks that we recommend and are in the bio and the description below. There is just the closet. There are no drawers. There's no bureau. There's nothing else. We really struggled on an 11-night sailing. We struggled where to put everything.
Right.
The closet, the width of the closet is
not your standard size.
Great for hanging.
No.
And there aren't a ton of shelves. And again, there's 2 little drawers inside the closet, but there's no other storage. These 2 side tables is where we've kept our dirty clothes all week.
Yeah, we've had to look at that, which is not sightly. Fortunately, they do provide 3 hooks at the entrance to the cabin, and that's where all of our cold weather gear has been hanging this entire cruise.
Until tomorrow when we get back to New York, we're putting it back on. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. So overall, again, love the location.
Love the location.
Love the room itself.
Yes.
I mean, I would stay in this room. I just want to move it down probably 3. I would recommend minimum of 3, but this interior hallway, peaceful and quiet.
Yeah, all hours of the day. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't done it already, please like our channel.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe and ring those notification bells.
Absolutely. And if you're curious about any other cabins that we've stayed in, feel free to check out this playlist.
Or the ship in general. Talk to you soon.
Bye.